Hi there, this is Zach here from tradingwithzach.com. I want to thank you for tuning into this video. If you're not familiar with tradingwithzach.com, we provide a stock and options alert service. We teach our subscribers how to read stock charts and how to profit from the markets, whether you're trading stocks or whether you're interested in learning to trade options for bigger profits. Come over to us and we will show you how to do it. So I'm Zach and I'm the brainchild behind the website. I just want to show you our track record. Today is January the 12th, 2018. We have had a cracking start to the year. So I've gone to the track record page on the site. You can see we've completed 9 trades and we've had 1 small loss. And look at all these profits that we've made. Our first profit that we banked was this one on the 2nd of January, the first trading day. We entered the position on the 26th of December. And you can run through and see all of the other trades that we've done, and we've got many more profits to come that are in the works and in our open trades at the moment. What I'm going to do is take you step by step and show you and give you a breakdown and explain the trades that we've taken so that we can decode all of this into profitable information. But briefly, on the first column you can see the actual option that we bought on the underlying stock, whether it's SQ, DDD or Teva or Oracle. Here's the actual option that we bought. That's the price we bought it for, and that's the price we sold the option for. If you're not familiar with options, don't worry. When you come and join the site, you'll learn all about options. It's really very easy. But essentially, when a stock moves in our favor, let's say we are buying a position and the stock is rising or going up, we will buy options on that position, and when the stock hits our target price, we will then sell the options. We don't actually exercise options on the site. So for example, in all of these profitable positions, you can see the underlying stock moved, in this case 9.9% higher, 5.2% higher, 1.8% higher. And looking at the rest of the track record, you'll be able to just take a look at this. You can always pause the video and look at this in more detail. But what I'm going to do now is go directly to the charts of each of these individual trades and very quickly take you through where we entered and where we exited, just so you can appreciate our style of trade. So without further ado, let's take a look at the first trade we completed. This was NOG. We entered on the 26th of December and we closed it on the 2nd of January. So let's just go to the chart of NOG now, looking for the 26th of December, which is, I believe, this candle here on the right. You can see in the box on the left, that's this point here. And we close it on the 2nd of January, which is this big green candle here. You can see the stock went up around 43% and we profited. Let's go back to the track record. We profited 150%. From looking at the chart, I was able to determine that this was a good buy point and the NOG would be getting a good blast higher. So if you had followed my trade and traded the stock directly, you would have closed the trade for a 40, let's have a look again, for a 46% profit, which is absolutely outstanding, and that was made just over a period of a week. And we were able to determine that NOG was going to move just based on the chart alone. We are not looking at the news. The second trade, RSX, we entered again on the 26th of December and closed it on the 3rd of Jan. We made 160 profit on the options and the stock itself went up 3.8%. So let's look at this RSX. 26th of December is this candle here, and we were able to catch this rise and we closed the position on the 3rd of Jan. So again, just from looking at this chart, we were able to determine that it's a good trade setup, and therefore we took the trade. And that's quite outstanding. 160% profit using options for a 3.8% move in the underlying stocks. You can really see options really do give you a much bigger bang for your buck. The next trade, GPRO. If you watched my previous blog video on the site, you would have seen that we were short GPRO. If you're not familiar what the term short means if we are short a position, it means we want that stock to go down, and when it goes down we will profit. So GPRO, we entered short on the 26th of December. Let's go to GoPro. 26th of December is, I believe, this candle here. there, and look at this. We caught this move down. GoPro dropped 35%. We didn't quite get out at the bottom, but we got out around this point here, and that was a very, very big drop on GoPro. There was some news that affected the company, and the stock price just suddenly dropped at the open. However, we were able to determine that it was going to drop in advance, not from any benefiting from inside information, which is of course illegal, but just by looking at the stock chart. If you know how to read a stock chart with your trading stocks or options, you will learn how to profit for life. Okay, the next trade is RSX again. We had a second position in RSX. This time we exited on the 8th of Jan. So we caught the bigger move in RSX and we made 159% profit. So we're looking from the 26th of December now to the 8th of Jan on RSX. 26th of Jan we said was this point here, and then we got out on the 8th of Jan, which is here. So again, we closed the initial position we had and then closed out our secondary position for more profits, and that again is an outstanding performance for a 7.5% move. Then we've got KNOP, which also we entered on the Oracle. Oracle we entered on the 18th of December and exited on the 10th of Jan. ORCL, 18th of December is this candle here, I believe. Initially it went against us, but then the stock turned around as we had determined it was a good solid setup. So the stock went up only around 2 or 3%, and let's see how much we made. So we caught this move higher. Oracle, we made 23% profit, which is of course the lower end of the profit range. However, Oracle, if you were trading the stock with us, you would have made 1.8%. You know, that's a very modest move for a stock, but yet we were able to make, you know, many times more on that one. KNOP, we entered on the 18th and exited on the 10th. KNOP entered on the 18th, which is around here. And you can see we got off there on the 10th, which is here. So the stock went up around 6.6%. And where are we? KNOP. Stock went up 5.2% actually, and we made 78% profit just on this move higher. And again, we're not looking at the news. We are pure technical analysts. We just look at the chart. The chart tells us what to do. We switch off the news because the chart will tell you the news in advance of time. Next trade, Teva Pharmaceuticals. We entered on the 3rd of Jan and we exited half the position on the 11th. So from the 3rd to 11th, let's look at Teva. Teva got beaten up last year very badly. Oh, I've forgotten the date. Bear with me. Teva on the 3rd of Jan, 3rd to 11th. Okay, so the 3rd of Jan is, I believe, there. We entered Teva here. And look at this. We got out half our position around there. We caught an 11 or 12% move. Again, just by looking at the chart, we were able to determine which way Teva was going to move. So let's look at this in more detail. So we actually caught basically a 10% move in the underlying stock, and yet we made 84% in a period of 1 week. So far so good until we come to this small loss here, and of course a 49% loss relative to all of these gains we're making is all within limits and relatively small. So we got in on the 4th of Jan and then we closed it for a loss on the 11th. So let's look at DDD Systems on the 4th of Jan, which is this candle here. Now from looking at this pattern, I determined that this pattern is bearish, meaning that the stock should be going down. So we actually bought puts on this. However, the pattern started to fail. When a pattern doesn't work, because of course there's no guarantee in trading, we're only batting when the odds are overwhelmingly in our favor. However, as soon as things start to fail, you just pull the plug on it. You act with discipline, you be responsible, you say, right, this is not working, it's failing, I don't want a bigger loss, because with options you can make a loss of up to 100% if you're wrong. Pull the plug on it, and that's what we duly did when the pattern failed. You can see we bought puts here. A put option means we will profit if the stock goes down, but of course as we saw on the chart, the stock went up. It went 7% higher, and we took a 49% loss. Okay, had we delayed it even more or did not stop out as early as we did, because yesterday when we stopped out near the lows here. Had we left it for the rest of the day, in fact you can see now in pre-market, the market will open later today, DDD is already going further up, so that 50% loss would be even more. Okay, in the last trade which we closed yesterday, SQ, we entered on the 18th of December, we caught a 15% move high. If you're trading stocks, you would have made nearly 15% on the trade if you were following us. We've sold half the position. So let's look at SQ entering on the 18th. SQ, the 18th of December is this candle here. It's gone slightly against us, but then SQ turned around. It's now some 14% higher, and we were able to get out for that 100% profit, as you can see there. Plus, we've only sold half the position. We are holding the remaining half for further profits, and if SQ turns against us, we will then close out our second half at break even. So I hope this has given you an insight to the type of trading we do. Before I bring the video to a close, I'm going to show you our trade alerts. If you jump on board as a member, you'll be able to access our trade alert page. So whenever we enter or exit a trade, you will get an alert that tells you to log in, and I'm just cycling through all the trade alerts that we issue. Those of you that are doing this on the side, of course, most of you have full-time jobs, thankfully. You're building up your trading portfolio on the side. You can still have your day job. Because we do not do day trading, you do not need to be glued in to your screen. You don't need to be glued to the site during the day. However, when you get an email 2 or 3 times a day, you may get an email. As long as you have periodic access to the internet, you can read the trade alert, and then later on that day, if you haven't got time during the day, you can watch the analysis video we put on each trade. Each video we put out is relatively short, so for example, this one was 18 minutes, which was a longer one, but you can watch that in the evening. Some of the other videos we do are only 4 minutes long, so if you have time during the day, you can log in, look at the trade alert, quickly watch the video, and then you can place the trade if you're following us. Those of you that are newer to trading, what you would do initially is not actually trade any money, but what you would do is you'd first watch every day, you'd watch every evening our trade alerts, you'd watch the videos we're putting out, and you will slowly get comfortable with our style of trading and our methodology. Once you've crossed that bridge and you're familiar and comfortable with what we're doing after watching us for a number of weeks and months, then you may decide, right, I'm ready to open a small trading account. And what I would suggest is, when you do actually start trading with real money, you only trade with a small amount. There are no quick fixes in this game. You should not be trading large amounts just because you're seeing that we're doing very well here. It will take you time to get used to your state of mind as you enter trades. You've got excitement to deal with, you've got greed to deal with, and you need to just get used to the whole idea of putting money in. Therefore, if you only trade with a very, very small amount, and I mean small, such that you're practicing buying and selling, you're practicing following our trades, you will start to succeed and you will start to take your money back from the market. Guys, I'm going to bring this video to a close. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope you find Trading with Zach interesting. Those of you who are interested in joining, our membership is $99 a month, and we do offer a free 7-day trial. You can jump onto the site tradingwithzach.com and come and take our 7-day free trial, and you'll be able to access our trade alerts and all the videos what I was showing you in the trade alerts page for a full week, and then you can jump on board as a full member. Our membership is $99 a month. I want to thank you again for your interest in Trading with Zach, and I look forward to seeing you on the site.